Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to construct an ogive using Excel. I have posts right here, just like the last example, and I need to construct an ogive with the boundaries of 59.5, 69.5, etc. Now, by looking at the class boundaries, 59.5 and 69.5, I can tell that the class width should be 10. Because 69.5 minus 59.5 is 10. And with that, I am ready to build the class intervals. Lower class limit, upper class limit. The lowest class limit should be just larger than 59.5, which would be 60. And because class width is 10, so I have 60 as the second one, and I use my fill handle to build the other one. The upper class limit should be the lowest one should be 69, because this is the number that's just less than 70. And then the second one will be 79, and I build the rest. And then I'm going to do the frequency by running the frequency function. Move your cursor to the formula bar to Control A. Data array would be this data. Bin array would be the upper class limit. And I move my cursor back to the formula bar to Control Shift and Enter. So here's my frequency. To build an ogive, I need a cum frequency column. The cum frequency column would be equal, the first one would be equal to the first frequency, so press enter. The second one would equal to the last one plus the same frequency in the frequency distribution. Next one would be filling with the handle. Okay, so that's the cum frequency, and I will use this to build the ogive. But to do that, I also need to type up the class boundary. So I type 59.5, 69.5, and I put the handle to propagate all the other one, and I put this, copy this over here, but I paste with values instead of formula. And the first class cum frequency should be 0. So I select the cum frequency, including the 0. I do insert chart, line chart, the really first one. This would be my cum frequency, and I select a layout that have both the axis and the title. So adjust this cumulative frequency, or well, I could say the ogive for pulse rate. This is cum frequency. And this should be class midpoint, which is pulse rate. And I need to change the horizontal axis to include the class boundary. So I say select data, edit, axis label. We cancel this first. Move this away so the class boundaries show up. Again, click on this, right click, select data, horizontal category, axis label will be this, and I say OK. So cancel, try again. Select data, edit, axis label would be this value excluding the class boundary, and say OK. So here's the class boundary, and I say OK. And lastly, I need to adjust the marker. Data series, format data series. Right click. Marker option is built-in. Marker field, maybe I'll do solid, and I say OK. So that's the ogive for pulse rate for women.